Well, then he has a -4 to AC as well.
Get him, Rothor!
Sure does. I didn't say you could get up.
Boom!
Keep playing.
Sit down.
Oh God! Well, there he goes. Well, there he goes.
Pretty good, I'd say. As he tries to stand up.
Whee!
Ferocity, this motherfucker.
Oh, he's not even going to get his ferocity.
Didn't expect that.
As he's now lacking the limbs to sit down again.
Nobody's business. Look at you.
Turn eyes to the rat.
Kendrick.
Rat is like, oh.
The rat looks very unsure about his life decisions. Kendrick.
It's like, man, I should have been a junkyard.
He hasn't even
keeper.
reacted yet. He's still playing cards in his mind.
I'll take a... Wait. Actually, I want to try this because I haven't gotten to use it yet.
More flavor for the tubes. Work flavor.
One step over here. Cast Daze on the rat.
Suck it, rat.
That is a will save, I believe.
Yeah, it's
Fails.
That's a failure. Use dazed.
Poor rat.
Oh my god.
I don't plan to give him a turn, but
He's like sitting there playing cards, and then suddenly, in a moment, the door is open. His orc friend is meat paste on the wall, and he suddenly doesn't know what anything is.
I hope the two of them weren't individually playing cards instead of playing cards together. Let's not frame it like that, everyone.
Kaboom!
They were not playing cards together.
That's 14 damage to the rat.
The rat is dazed even more.
He fucking like spins around.
More and more I blow his head off.
I mean, that's one interpretation.
he certainly won't be using it. So,
Permanent.
Oh, kill the cousin. I feel bad now.
Well, Pimian doesn't detect any more hostiles. He's just like, okay, well, not now.
Like he's got a fucking sensor.
Yeah, exactly. He like, oh, there's big people in there. He's just gonna stay where he is. Like, maybe a couple steps forward. You know.
Rothor?
I'll prepare to plant my sword in the face of whoever comes within reach.
Okay.
We'll see.
From a room to the north. Let's open the door here.
Is this like Whack-A-Rat?
Like, I don't have a lot of room to move, so I have a lot of reach.
Just this giant hairy man with a sword in the room, just swinging madly at everything.
It's my destiny to end you.
Like, oh God! When did the Crusaders from the world wound get down here?
Steps another rat, looks terrified, and will level his hand crossbow at Rothor and shoot.
What's your last decision? You chose wrong.
Saren.
Okay. Welp, with long strider cast that I do, I certainly can move here as a standard action. Hello. Be on the table.
Woo! Kick the table.
That means that you have height advantage.
+1 to hit.
That's right.
If you want height advantage, you would also have to consider the table's difficult terrain.
Sure.
Let's see here. Does that mean that it costs like double movement to like move through?
Yeah,
Yes.
to get
Moving-
up
But it was
on
only 25 for you to go there.
Yes, it was only 25.
But you would also have to consider this table difficult terrain.
Ah!
I
damn it.
probably kicked that table over, let's be honest here.
You can't... I mean, then it would be even more difficult to
Do you
traverse
expect me
because
to
now there's
stand
table
at that
bits all over
table?
the place.
It's like laying over here.
Can't Rothor just hold his hand out and Jaren just jumps?
I just
with
want to
that hand?
move and attack the rat.
I was just suggesting, you know.
You can just move there, sure.
Thank you. Just want to stab this guy in peace.
Yeah.
The immortal words of Adam Jensen, yeah, rip.
Whether or not he is at peace now, you can't really tell, but he's certainly in bits.
He rests in pieces.
Combat is over. As the room would be silent if it weren't for the overwhelming hum drone that vibrates the entire air around you.
And
Oh,
also,
it's
like, the
our teeth.
dripping of, like, all the various bits of orc that are splattered on the ceiling kind of falling off.
That went sort of well, so...
Zarin looks back and, like, sort of like, he, like, tries to, like, speak normally at volumes. Like, say, I don't think we should move further on this way, Rothor. It's very loud here.
Sure.
He probably can't hear you over the humming.
There's
I'm
just
talking to Rothor.
sort of
don't.
following the line of opponents.
I guess that one
I
rat lied to us.
suppose it might be safe because they're here.
I thought
We
maybe
can continue.
the sound was from, a machine similar to the one we disabled in the warehouse.
I think it might be just bigger.
Well, I just wanted to look at this door first. Let's kick that over.
Which door?
One to the right north of me.
Okay.
I
Kick open the door.
First time I've been this big. Probably not room for me in there.
No, the doors in there are rather small, and while you could squeeze through the door leading into the room, you couldn't squeeze through the doors leading to
Tiny
the even
bathroom.
tinier rooms.
Let's see if they have male and female bathrooms. Kick this one open. Big rat hiding in there.
There are definitive signs of many, many creatures having shared this as a living space. Bedrolls and blankets and general refuse all over the place.
I can't go in there. Can you reveal what I can see for here? There you go. And over here, if I could go so...
You should be able to peek
It's the same kind of thing.
inside.
Alright. Well, I guess we can look at the one down here. Do you guys want to come into this room? Like,
I mean, it seems
It's kinda
dangerous with
cramped.
you sort of like
Yeah, like
slamming around in
rampaging
there.
around. Like
No
I don't
furniture
want to
in
be
here
standing
anymore.
in the door and then suddenly you like move and a table flies at me.
I mean,
it was
we
meant
believe
to then.
we believe in you, Rothor.
Oh, Kaenric wants to brave the thunder.
He made this happen.
Now reap the whirlwind.
This
Trying to
room-
get 100% map completion here.
Oh, that's right. Yes, 100 and
Yeah, that's
201.
Let me reveal then.
That's a
Oh.
tiny room.
You should go into that room, Rothor. I think you should go in there.
The room looks far more like a hallway or a airlock almost.
Like,
Well, you wouldn't know what an airlock is.
How
no,
do you?
I would
tiny
I
hallway.
would tell you.
that's pretty stupid design.
There's this door here still.
Let's open that door, Professor.
Reason the people be able to fit in there.
I'll open it. Death trap.
Another hallway.
No, it probably leads back to the room with the animules.
Useless.
And this door off here yonder,
Got your back.
probably just
These-
another like bed area.
Yeah.
These orcs and rats have anything?
Well,
What's that?
we might want to loot them after we determine whether or not there's anything else that might try to kill us. We've
was
kind
just-
of made some noise.
I was just gonna check quickly while you guys are opening doors.
The rats certainly have their equipment.
Hand crossbow.
Oh, there's more of that stuff.
Hand crossbow, short sword, leather
Yeah.
armor.
Perhaps also now the 3 minutes have passed.
Yes.
I will no longer be big. I can fit in some of these tiny spaces that they've brought out this place. Perfect counter, too.
I should change that spell to look like a mushroom that I feed you.
We can catalog and pick up all these things from the red folks, like the crossbows, once we're done here, and we've already made some noise here.
Oh God!
Someone
Someone
may
open-
have heard us over the hum.
Someone will open this door that I can't see.
Say this wrong.
Open this door, you say.
Well, you've made a terrible mistake.
No!
Move over the airlock into the void.
God! We were in space all this time.
Not quite, but give me a moment to describe this particular room, as it looks rather fancy.
Cryopod.
Entering from this side, you are standing atop a balcony running around the edges of this domed chamber, the curved walls of which are covered in blinking lights and unidentifiable machinery. A few steps lead down from the balcony into the middle of the room, and just north of these steps sits a large machine with a pink glass tabletop-like surface, above which float semi-transparent images of some sort. The balcony is wider on the south, where a strange statue stands that seems to have been cobbled together from broken machines into the shape of an upraised claw or talon. A mound of junk lies in a heap before the claw, while two smoking braziers burn softly to each side. To the east looms a pair of immense black metal doors, framed by a rotating arch of pulsing red lights. The doors to the east are blocked by an equally big statue as the one to the south. This one decorated with bits of metal and sheets as of armor for the statue.
I wonder if I could identify the unidentifiable machinery.
Professor? You should probably see this.
I mean, did say navigation on the door, so
Pimin looks kind of like in awe at everything in here.
some sort of desert map. You see much?
Stop moving, please, for me.
Could you reveal a little more?
I
He
will if
will.
you stop moving for me. I need to do a thing.
Yes,
Attack by
we're going into
sensors.
initiative. You have been surprised by the crazy golem thing that comes to life by stepping next to the statue, Jake, you fool.
You know,
Oh,
let's reveal the room properly, so you can see
I'm
all
not
these.
entirely wrong. Is that what you're about to say?
Like, if there's a golem with armor and standing in the way of the door, of course it's gonna come alive.
I mean, you are pretty much spot on. In fact, almost.
There's enough dungeons here.
As we will go to initiative, as Rofor steps next to the statue, standing towards the eastern double doors, the statue does seem to start moving,
I can get
and
back
it
in-
will get a surprise round on you.
Right.
That's what we get for
Right.
not using perception.
Half perception.
I did in fact roll for you. As the statue raises up from its almost sitting position,
Fucking gargoyle.
will swing at Rofor in its surprise action. Trying to bite him,
It does.
and does in fact manage for 5 points of damage.
Could use a fix, Professor.
yeah, I'm sure you could.
As it lunges at you with its, well, not long, but certainly sharp teeth. It lets out a gurgling battle roar, which really sounds rather strange, which might be explained by the many scars at its thick neck. So it will continue attacking you. Rofor.
Well, to engage rage.
So if it got its surprise round, shouldn't it act again? Sheep?
That is true, because it also won the initiative, which means it will take a full attack against Rofor.
Oh, no.
Before.
I know I'm totally on the side of the players here.
Both fairness goes both ways.
I
The
don't know.
horns do manage to find a kink in Rofor's armor for 6 points of damage.
The good news is that you have that armor.
Yeah.
Still owe you
Go for
money
it.
for that.
You sure did.
God damn it, I clicked active mode. I didn't mean to.
Now you gotta wait for it to load.
Efficient to say I'm probably going to take a 5-foot step down and rage and destinedly strike in the face. There was another one of these, right?
No, it was like a different. It was like a statue in the.
There is
You can
another
see it
statue
there.
right here, but it is a statue cobbled together from junk in the form of a claw or talon.
That one is on the map, so it probably isn't coming alive. Where the wicked has taught me.
Flawless logic.
Manikai, if you want to stay near me, I can hit you with the Medlance and a Cure spell, because the Medlance is a move
You
action.
know, like step here then? 5-foot step there?
Yeah, I could.
Actually, Manikai, you could go around to flank the guy from like moving from that square and then like hopping around, I think, to like get behind the gargoyle so I can flank.
But I would take an attack of opportunity for it.
I suppose you would. You're right. Well, I mean, he probably wouldn't hit you with that. I mean, look at your armor class. Shit.
I guess I could go there.
It's up to you.
I'll wait with raging until I'm over there, though.
Okay, that's perfectly fine.
Actually, I also need... No, I won't, because I need to get healed. So I'll wait here, and then just hit him.
Alright.
It'll be a destined strike. don't know what kind of armor he has, but
That hits.
alright. That's a good sign.
Although the weapon does far less damage than you would anticipate with that kind of strike.
That's that.
Okay, Pemian.
Okay. Pimian will 5 foot step down here. And then as a move action, shoot a Cure Moderate Wounds potion into Rothor with the Med Lance, and simultaneously, as a standard action, use
Just
Cure
use
Light Wounds.
one at a time.
Yeah.
Okay, do your move action thing first. As you stab Rothor with the Mad Lance.
I think that's 2d8 plus 3, right?
Yes, for Cure Moderate Wounds.
Yeah, and then Cure Light Wounds is a spell.
Look at that Cure Light Wounds.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good.
Alright. Chandala.
Well, it's time to shoot. Not sure I can actually hurt this guy in any significant manner, but I can try.
Maybe he's vulnerable to bullets.
Maybe.
I have that.
You have that?
It hits, however, the bullet does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I can barely hurt this
Another
guy.
one of these fucking things. Do you think it's magic, guys?
No, I just think it's his...
Like, just magic or...
Zarin takes his time to quickly observe the effectiveness of Rothor's swing as well as Shanda's bullet. He's going to drop his greatsword as a free action. He says because he has base attack bonus as a move action. As he stands up, as he moves, he's going to draw the blessed hammer of Bry, and he's going to try to harm this gargoyle. Forsooth.
The hammer strikes true and does as much damage as you expected would do.
Fantastic. I end my turn.
Kenrick.
Is it possible to stand in this spot?
No. You could stand here, but not here.
I wonder if I can...
And you couldn't see him from there. From there you could.
Yeah. I mean,
The regret here of getting next to this guy is that someone's gonna have to endure that fucking full attack, and considering who just dealt full damage to him.
I'll use my move action to get over here. See the
enjoyed
thing?
playing with you guys.
And what kind of knowledge check would it be to identify that?
That would be dungeoneering.
Don't have that.
Although I believe you just moved 35 feet, didn't you? Where did you start?
It was 25 from here to here.
No, it was 35 from your current position. You're drawing out the ruler from where you were to where you are now.
But if it's 25 here, isn't it just 5 foot to here?
No. Diagonals alternate between 5 and 10.
Yeah, the
Okay.
first diagonal is 5, and then the second one is 10.
Makes lots of sense.
Yeah. Well.
You would effectively have to double move if you wanted to get a line of sight on him.
Yeah. If I start casting a spell, can I move at my next turn and then cast a spell, or do I need to
No,
cast
it's
first?
just said immediately as you begin.
Yes,
Okay.
and it triggers immediately when you start your turn.
Okay.
If it is a touch spell, though, you can hold it, right? You can
you want to
cast a
touch
touch
it
spell
with it.
and then walk up to someone.
That's a
and
melee
touch
touch spell, yeah.
And have a touch spell, really, so...
Not sure you want to get that close to him, though.
it. No, you probably don't.
There'll be a slot available after your turn. I assure you.
I'll double move here. In my turn.
Okay. The creature will indeed turn towards Zarin, letting out a gurgling gurgle, really.
That's so evocative.
And we'll swing at Zarin.
One of the claws hits. 4 points of damage.
Oh, what'll be?
Will then take a 5-foot step back.
It'll be like that,
Rothor.
huh? Well, if that's the issue, I will spend my daily arcane point to make my weapon a +1. Yeah.
Move there, Malachi. I can move around him.
Oh, sure. Do that. Should I power attack or not? Probably not. This guy.
Don't know what kind of. I think you can get away with trying. Like, how long does your bonus to like your weapon
minute.
last? Yeah, I think you can get away with trying. The primary
let's do it
damager from these guys would probably be the damage reduction.
Sprack. See what we can do.
Hot damn.
Magical.
All right.
That hits, and the magic damage does break through the skin, leaving a gushing wound.
Uh,
Oh, don't ignore me. Ignore the guy with the tiny hammer.
Pimian.
I mean, I could like cast grease on the floor, but then Zarin couldn't really move in properly.
No, I don't think you should try and grease the floor around.
Yeah. In that case, I literally can't do anything.
No, you don't have.
I could heal you.
Keep an eye out for other gargoyles coming from the western door.
Yeah, true. Or I could heal Zarin with a Cure Light. I have 4 spells per day.
Save it. If he's not, if
Yeah.
you're only 4, you pretty much heal that with a +3 to the spell you already got. So
Yep. So, yeah, I got nothing.
Just delay then until
I'll just
if something
delay.
happens.
I'll prepare an action to
No.
inform the
So you're gonna-
party if something else comes around.
Okay.
Do you have knowledge engineering or?
Oh, I do have knowledge engineering. I can do that.
sure.
You certainly can.
Hmm.
That's
Probably don't know much.
not enough.
That's a
Yeah.
monster.
It's most definitely a monster with
Yeah.
claws and
Rolled
horns.
a 7.
Dandala.
I do, thanks to the chat, actually record that I have some acid shots. So I'm gonna use that one of those on this guy.
Sure.
So let's acid. Let's see here. It is a D6, I believe.
Yes, I remember when those were procured for a certain nefarious entity.
Kablamo!
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Well, you're not. I mean, I can't measure to your damage. Which is
That
ungodly.
certainly is. What did you roll on your D12? That must have been like an 11.
That's
Yeah,
an
okay.
11, and it's 5 acid damage on top of that. So
So
14 normal damage and then 5 acid on top.
Okay. So 19 and...
So it'd be 14 and 5.
Yep.
I imagine he has 10 reduction. So
Yep. That would be my guess.
The acid definitely singes his skin, thick as it is.
Excellent.
Zarin.
Maybe I can hold a lesson here as I'm walking to engage this guy.
You would definitely have heard about this creature. Behind
Alright.
all the metal bits that this creature has adorned itself with, you recognize this as a gargoyle. Their
Alright.
primary ability is that they can, well, essentially look like a statue by staying completely still, and their stone-like skin definitely gives them the look of one too.
Neat.
They are most dangerous in melee as they have no real ability to hold weapons usually with their claws. They can fly, although that's not going to be a danger in this rather cramped room. Domed as it is, not enough to fly. And they are resistant versus anything that is not magic or elemental.
Zarin will begin going through a rather dry lesson then as he
Do
moves
they have
around.
minds?
he goes to kill it.
Do they have minds?
Zarin's pretty sure that they I mean,
They,
like
they do
would
have
fall.
minds.
They're
They are
magic
sentient.
beasts.
They are not in
I-
fact magical beasts. They
I
are
will
monsters
show you.
humanoids.
I will
Oh,
show you
monsters
the
from your
mind.
Crack the head open.
The creature, despite its defiant stare and gurgle, goes down.
Yes. Zarin like concludes the lesson with like a small flourish.
The room is only filled with the thundering drone of something coming from the east. And I will take a very quick toilet break here.
Okay.
And I will do the same.
So
Guess I'll step away too, I reckon. Time to drink.
Let's sit here alone then.
No, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I imagine we'd like to take a look at these rooms before we go east.
That's probably a hallway.
Right, probably this thing goes down there,
Might
and
as well
like
open
around
it.
here or some dumb shit like that. And then after that we'll go in there, the big boss room,
Might as well open them so we can actually see.
just so we know what we have in our back. We don't have like 6 orcs that are gonna pop in.
I was so ready to daze that thing just to see if it works or not.
Science minded. Oh. Yeah.
Kind of need to figure out what what works and what.
Enjoying that make big spell. That was a nice spell.
That was pretty great.
Next level, I'm gonna get 1 spell on my own. I think I'm gonna take shield though to keep that AC up. It's remarkably hard to get new things when you already have a full plate. Like, where to go from here?
Shield is it's shield AC, I guess then.
Yeah, it's shield bonus. It's a +4, better than any actual shield. So,
I'll
yeah.
probably craft that for myself at some point, like spell page.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be more relevant later. Although these cramped places really let you stay back without too much of an issue.
Yeah.
I haven't been engaged too much. Later on, though, I imagine it's going to be a priority for the enemy. Right now, as a low-level caster, you're not that dangerous, but that's going to change. Just blow their heads up with a thought. Or, I guess, make them kill their friends with a thought.
Scramble their brains.
Next level is going to be best level. For a long time.
I guess so. I get my second level spell finally.
Force when shit really gets going.
I have returned.
Come back.
Welcome back.
The others have not.
Oh, did we know what HD this creature is?
No.
Okay.
Also has a name, so it might be special.
Oh.
I don't think Ruther is its type. Well, it might be wrong.
Well, your character wouldn't know that.
No, I mean it probably has a name. Everyone has a name, right? All these rats have names too. But
Engraved on his forehead.
my character wouldn't know the idea of HD either. So, you know. So should we imagine we're going to take a look at these rooms first? And like wait with the big boss room in here to the last?
Sure, that's up to you.
Just to clear our... Just going to power attack the wall. Just to get rid of that little thing down there. It doesn't really matter. Just so I remember not to put it on next time. Who knows what we'll be fighting. Also good to get that thing out of the way.
What roll was that?
A 1.
Yeah, but like, what were you doing?
Oh, it's just getting rid of power attack.
Need to roll for that?
Yeah, you can. It's a mod that you apply when you attack, so it stays with you until you attack without it. So, just want to make that go away.
So this claw thing over here is like on a pedestal, or?
It looks very much like a statue. It is on a small pedestal with a pile of things right in front of it and 2 braziers to its
It looks
sides.
like something has been worshipping it.
Maybe.
That would be a fair assumption.
What sort of things?
What sort of things have been worshipping it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that would be difficult to guess from the fact that none of these things are currently here.
Sorry about that.
This gargoyle thing might have, but you can't ask him anymore.
No. He didn't seem to be the kind of guy who talks a lot.
We could check if there's like footprints in this room. If anyone else has been
Rat
here.
footprints. Presumably.
Or maybe they haven't been in this room at all because of the gargoyle.
I presume Mayanda and her crew brought the gargoyle down here.
It's a good
Put as
guess.
a door guard. Is Jonas back?
Yep.
That's good that he is.
He's talking. No, I don't know if he's muted or not, but he's talking in the chat at least.
Okay. Well. So I suppose you guys think about taking like a look at these front rooms here first
I think so.
before we go into the
I-
big boss room, just to clear our backs. You know?
Yeah.
It's not the first time we'll have a need for a safe line of retreat. Find locked doors over here, so
Go for it.
let's take a look.
All right, you open the door.
Right to blow.
And you're greeted with the sounds of sizzling and crackling. As what is
Oh.
in this room
No.
and this short hallway are exposed machines to the north and south wall of this, flashing with green lightning between each other constantly.
Warp lightning.
I'm okay. Let's,
Actually,
let's-
Rothor, you should probably go through there. If you're
Yeah.
meant to die, you will die.
well, there's something called tempting fate.
Oh, I see. So when it's actually something you don't want to do,
So
it's tempting
fate
fate.
is
I
something
see.
that's convenient
No,
for you.
no. See here, see here. I would go in there.
In the fate rulebook.
I would go in there if I was meant to do it.
You
So if I
shout
was
over
meant to,
the
there would be a
overwhelming
way to
drone.
get away from it. You know.
Shonda has a look in her face. She
don't have
doesn't
to seek it
really. She doesn't really buy it. You think?
It's more like you try to do whatever you do, but you know the same thing's going to happen in the end anyway. If we die
so
here,
so
we're
it
going to
doesn't
die. Here.
matter.
If we're meant to die here, we will die here.
You know what? You know what, Chief? Don't close that door. I'm not deterred. We might very well have to go straight through. Who knows what the lightning might be able to summon powerful demons from the warp.
Can we maybe can toss the corpse of the gargoyle in there, see what happens?
I'm
Gonna
pretty
get
sure I know
electrified.
what happens when you meet lightning. I would like to use the opportunity to utilize disable device, Chief, because I know that disabling traps in Pathfinder gives you experience points.
Oh, that's
We can't
true.
leave
Then
behind
try
these
that.
experience points.
Godly trap.
That's right. I will go ahead and utilize one of my extra surges, nanite surges, giving me a +6 to the roll, and I'll go ahead and do that. It'll be pretty awesome. Now, we're not under any particular duress. Can I take 10 on this? Because I'm not particularly in a hurry, and I can just like try to do like an average check here, Sheep.
I would say yes.
Okay. Go ahead and see about that then.
Careful look around here.
That succeeds. You do manage to manipulate the exposed wires in the north and south wall to the point where the lightning is no longer flashing like from north to south, but just between the south exposed wires and the north exposed wires, meaning that it is safe to pass through, but not quite safe to touch the walls.
Okay. Good.
That works. Hmm.
Zarn will test this as proof. He dies.
Let me see this.
Oops, not like this. Let me just mark this trap as disarmed by doing this. There you go.
Oh, perfect. I'll walk the bridge too.
Yeah, sure. Why are you blind? You keep going blind, Kainrik.
I don't know. So many amazing things.
Spontaneous blindness.
Did we decide to leave the imposing double doors?
Manikai suggested doing so while you were chatting with people,
Okay.
because the boss room wouldn't want anyone to come behind us if it's a boss room.
Oh, sure.
So let's check this door.
The door here.
Professor getting mobbed by cleric orcs up there. We're all gone.
No, I actually wanted to check out the hologram table.
Be a fancy science guy. Well, just go deal with the problems.
I just want to do knowledge engineering.
There's also these platforms you should probably check out.
What can I determine about the hologram table?
The hologram table seems to be a depiction of the structure or vehicle you're currently in, with many parts of it flashing in bright red and fuzzy colors. Most notably, the entire bottom half of the structure is flashing in bright red, fuzzy colors. It does, however, give you a general idea of the shape of this vessel, and upon further studying it, it is clear that this is supposed to be a moving vehicle. And it seems like, well, its primary purpose was indeed the big dome you've crossed earlier, as that makes up the most, well, of the volume of the vehicle.
I see. Well, there we go.
The hallway to the south is equally as dented, broken, and destroyed as the others. Traversing it is possible, although it is most definitely difficult terrain, as this area is by far the most destroyed of the lot here.
Oh, I have a question. Since this is a big map of the ship, right? Can I, the door that we couldn't get into, that we trapped, can I see if that has access to any places that we now have access to?
Studying the map, following the hallways that are shown, it's a bit difficult because the thing is in 3 dimensions and maps are usually in 2. But after a while, you do think that the ramp leading down to your south, to Chandelar's north currently, this ramp over here, seems to connect to that door via a very long hallway going around the dome.
Okay, so it does look like they had access through which they skipped most of the hazards that we had to go through.
Where does it seem the other one goes? Just to a broken, crashed, smashed place?
The other one seems to lead down, although down, as far as Pimian can tell from the diagram map, is currently just rock.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I know what studying 3D maps is like. I've played Daggerfall.
Oh, Fortress.
Z levels, no.
I say, which Z level is it on?
Yeah.
Let's I'm just exploring this place.
All right. Yep. Let's go ahead and head through this.
Is there
narrow
anything on
route.
the base here that can be removed, or is it just one unit?
It is one unit that is firmly attached to the floor.
Okay, I didn't know if there was an SD card or something with the map on it.
Super deformed
He
guard.
downloads it to his phone.
Yep. It's in the cloud now, guys.
He photographs the QR code. Oh, it's a free Big Mac.
What does that even mean?
Ticket has run out 10,000 years ago.
Oh.
Let's see. Rofor opening this door sees, well, first of all, the room, as well as a creature standing right in front of him.
Die!
It is a creature he most definitely recognizes, although the creature itself seems to be thoroughly engrossed in its task to currently repair parts of this absolutely destroyed room. There's an immense machine looming to the south here that Rofor can kind of make out here, between the flickering of the lights. The upper portion of it completely obscured by tangles of hanging wires and cords. And it kind of looks like an oven with a rotating belt of leathery material slowly rotating into it. But it's obviously broken.
Well, this thing's gonna die.
We'll go into initiative if you wish to attack.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Is it
It's
actually
a fucking
repairing?
robot.
Is it actually repairing?
It does not seem to be making things worse, at least.
Okay. This might be the only one that works, Malika. You're gonna destroy him?
Well, she's
Yeah, well, I mean,
re-rolling until I get a 4,
you know.
so...
He's a fucking barbarian who hates robots with a wisdom of 7. Of course he's
They are
gonna
the
try and
worst.
kill it.
Let me
If
try
it
this
may be
initiative
trying to
thing.
trick
There we
you
go.
by acting like it's doing something, like that one who acted like it was asleep.
I mean, Rothor is the one who's starting combat here, God. So, I mean,
You should. Rofor.
Don't involve us. And
Alright, well... I forget it. It's a free action to rage, so...
fucking robot.
You just hear him scream, "Robot!" Just, oh well. There we go.
I don't want to alert them too much, so sadly can't Destin Strike on a. But I still have my +1 from it being a robot.
You certainly strike the robot. That will rotate to look at you. But Chandler gets the next turn.
Well, do hear something going on down the corridor, so she'll scoot over here. Aha. Aha. Well, seems to be some sort of altercation here. She's gonna help her friend Rothor. And fumble again. Use my move action ready, so I can't do that to clear. I will use my next turn to standard action remove the jam from my rifle.
Okay, Saren.
Let me go ahead and place myself here appropriately. It's a double move. I end my turn.
Okay.
Can't really stand in Rothor Square to attack.
If only you were rats.
This robot stops its repairs as it gets interrupted by a greatsword, rotates towards Rothor, saying, "Please do not interfere with the repairs," and attacks. Misses.
Speak your robot, speak to me.
The words were said in Androthin, so Rothor would have no idea what the thing said to him.
Exactly.
This robot, in the gloom of the room, will stop what it's doing,
Fucking moon runes.
move
Oh,
towards
it can
Rothor,
attack there, huh? Alright.
and attack him. Hit. Slamming you with its robot arms.
Actually, yeah.
That's drone privilege right there, Manikai.
Yeah, you couldn't
Yeah.
move there, but it can stand there.
I'm not sure what you're suggesting here. It's standing on a perfectly open square.
Oh god, it's like impossible to like move in here. Do you want me to grease them, Manikai?
I'm sure, go ahead.
Alright.
Greasy drones.
They do have 4 legs, meaning that they are
Oh yeah, they
somewhat
probably won't fall
stable.
down. Ah, fuck it then. I got nothing, I'll shoot.
I think the grease is more useful.
But they're not gonna fall down to it.
Sure.
Let's... Oh. Okay. The bottom one I'm shooting at.
You hit, taking off a tiny metal piece.
Rolled a 19.
That was the most valuable metal piece. No.
What's the
Okay,
piece
Rick.
that matters? Oh, if I move here, can I see them? Yep, I can see them both. Let's see. I kind of don't want to. I mean, they're just repair drones. They're the same ones we fought before, right?
Yes, they look identical.
Okay. Well, I will. Let's just check, just in case. Yep. I will cast Daze on number 2. It should be 15 DC.
Fucking crazy ass impossible sorcerer.
Okay. It failed.
If it can make a 2, it doesn't have a big chance of making a 15. Alright.
Rothor.
Alright, time to Destin Strike power attack this guy. Because he's a robot.
Is it better for you to hit the dazed one or the?
No, there's no difference.
You just burn through all of your destiny before we actually get to
Basically,
someone
yeah.
more
It's
challenging.
only a +1 to hit. I'd rather use them than not. Very good.
Does lose many pieces, but it's still standing and operating.
Douche.
Chandala.
Standard action to clear the jamming of the rifle. And that's it.
Okay. Zarin.
Dur, 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 dur. Are these doors ones that open automatically when you get next to them, Sheep?
You do kind of have to touch them, but that's not an action.
Okay. I move 45 out of my 60 and I touch the door. I fondle it.
Fondle the doors. They open.
I still can't see into the void.
My. His sister
There we go.
door.
Let's see here. That's 50. That would be... we'll just go ahead and say that's the end of my turn.
Thing set up.
Zoran fucking does a loop around the racetrack.
This robot, sparking as it is, with exposed wires and such, will swing at Rofal and hit.
Oh.
I think these are the same ones with the nets too.
This one
Loot.
is kind of just rotating in place. Permian.
This is impossible.
I will pew again. Pew. Oh God.
Miss.
I really have nothing.
Henrik.
Oh, cast Daze again on the number 2.
It's a useful thing to do.
I know, like, days doesn't seem like that big of a deal, and then all of a sudden impossible bullshit here.
Robots are dazed, huh?
Fails.
And 15 DC on a cantrip is,
Rofal.
not terrible. Oh, well, I suppose I'll try to finish this thing off. So I'll hit the...
One thing though, that daze would not have worked because the daze spell says that after a creature has been dazed by this spell, it is immune to the effects for this spell for 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
So you had to daze the northern drone. then,
Sure,
Or,
let's-
Probably dead.
Okay,
Just
Then-
change it to that.
yeah.
well, it's
You won't-
dazed and dead.
It's dazed and dead.
Inanimate.
I'll like step over here. Well, actually, I guess there's actually easier for you to get to.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Chandala?
Oh, it's my favorite part of the show. I'm gonna shoot. Kablamo! Oh God!
That hits.
Would a 12 hit the touch?
Yes.
Well, 40 damage, ladies and gentlemen.
The metal creature explodes into tiny bits.
Zoran comes through the northern doors and like swivels his head to look over.
Just a shower of metal.
You were saying something about damage earlier.
Combat is over. As you're standing in this room full of destroyed metal bits, blinking lights, sparking wires, and other things that really don't look like they're supposed to be that way.
Robots. Just gonna drink a potion, I think, here.
You brought this upon yourself.
Let Pimion take a look at you.
You're also able to quite quickly see 2 additional details. One, the levery, thing that slowly rotates into the wall here seems to be full of blood. And there does seem to be a note on this door.
Like a
Oh,
paper
No,
note.
is there?
He's gonna say,
Professor, you're next to the thing.
Yep. Well, I'm also gonna heal.
The note is in fact written in scrawled handwriting, and
Actually, you're okay.
it is not in Drothin, but rather it is in Common.
Ah,
And it says the following.
It's pretty obvious. Okay.
all right.
Maybe we won't do
I
that.
really want to open it,
I think we should open
No.
that room. Yes.
but obviously, if there is hurt inside,
Mhm. Think of the
Then-
treasure.
You,
take a
hurt
peek.
people.
if Professor wants to do something suicidal again, I'm not going to take the hits this time.
Take a peek.
what do you mean again?
Just.
But you know exactly what I mean.
Professor.
No. Do you want to heal then?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Good.
How about focusing on more important things, like this room, Sheep? Why don't you tell me more about this god? Tell me more about what's happening here.
The room you're currently in, it is a room full of broken things, buzzing, humming with the sound of machinery and scraping metal. There are periodic discharges of exposed wires in the walls. There are missing parts everywhere scattered around the floor. And while the robots here do seem to like they have been trying to maybe fix some of that, it would have taken them a very long time.
Okay. Is there any language around to denote the purpose of this room?
Not immediately visible.
Okay.
It said manufacturer on the door out here, right?
It did say manufacturing on the door here.
What about this device that's covering like over half the room to the east?
It is mostly contrived out of a rotating levery thing that essentially a belt that is
Okay.
still seemingly working despite only carrying bits of metal on it, pushing them into this big box of a machine.
All right. Is
The
there
label
a
said manufacturing, right?
is there a display of some fashion? I'm not sure how my character would conceptualize like the word itself, but I know what I'm looking for.
There is no glowing panel that would be a display. Where there might have been one is just a gaping hole.
Okay.
Want to do a knowledge check on it, or?
Well, I mean, there's nothing to knowledge. We have nothing to go off of other than like a conveyor belt.
Well, also the outside the label to this room said manufacturing, so
Yes, it did. We still
Yeah.
have nothing to go off of. There's nothing we can knowledge engineer. Like,
well, I mean, we know the word manufacture.
I mean, it's some sort of machine that builds stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, we got that much at least.
But beyond
Probably
that,
couldn't figure
it's
out
just-
how without
yeah.
tearing it apart. But yeah,
Also, like what or regardless, like seems like people don't want to go in that room. All right,
I totally do.
all right. Group.
yeah. No, I want to go in. I just don't want to like.
is there just like a chair with just like broken display stuff over here, shape?
Yes, this room really is not in the condition that the map might suggest. It is a complete mess.
Ah, going off Paizo's like, things into uncharted waters. Got it.
Oh,
Stand
knock
back
yourself up,
here.
Professor.
Like searching for things. I could
No,
perception
open the
check, so-
door. Like,
No, I'm not opening it.
Shouldn't allow us to open it.
well,
No, I don't think
you
anyone
could go
does.
to the center room.
I want it opened, but I don't want to open it.
Well, there you go. There's got to be like a face full of acid in there or something.
This acid room
Forms
is where we
of
store the
fungi.
acid.
Like that's apparently a room that even like the orc and rat folk scavengers said, yeah, no.
No, no.
Which I'm assuming that means that there's robots in there.
Also, what?
There's probably robots in there.
That's
Also,
that's
Sheep said there was like blood running out of this machine here, so
Yes.
like gore, basically.
probably from the room behind the door.
Yeah, like a gore room.
Or it could be from that medical place we were in. They had that chute where they threw in
Oh
the
yeah,
bodies and
that's
stuff.
probably it. The tube room. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
See?
Thought.
At any rate, I have to assume if it's something that scared them, it was on this floor that was behind repair robots, and I imagine it's actually a robot that's behind the door, at least one.
So did these repair robots just ignore the rat folk and
Well, Yeah, I don't
Well,
have
I
a-
mean, we can't really tell because as soon
Yeah.
as Rothor opened the door, he beat the shit out of them. So we don't know what they would have done.
Wisdom of 7, so the professor thinks it's a good idea. What about a question?
Let's build that lattice of rationalizations right now. Gonna go ahead and cast lead blades.
And I'll open the door.
Oh, I'm not opening
Okay.
it.
No, I'll do it.
I'll
do it. Okay.
Open the door.
think of the XP.
Remember who unleashed
thi-
this
I-
upon the world.
I think this is a great idea.
Of course it is. Just have
Alright.
your gun loaded so that it doesn't.
Oh yeah, no, it's like it pointed.
Stop moving while I reveal and do things.
Oh
In
well,
this
that's
room, first of all, you see three things. One, you see the corpse, or rather the remains of one of the orcs, still with his equipment and all. Two, a large gate thing.
Gate.
A sort of... It's difficult to explain. It looks like a metal table that is somehow attached to the wall, but where there should be an opening, there's just rubble. There's also a glowing panel on the desk over here, and perhaps the most currently important feature, a humanoid-looking robot,
Oh,
currently
shit.
turning towards currently turning towards Rofor as we'll go into initiative. Neither party is surprised.
He's just been standing there looking at the door, waiting.
Why do I roll initiative like
Like, you
7
keep
times?
rolling mine, making mine shit, man. I've got like
I
a 12
select
to
all
begin
of
with.
you, I click initiative,
Ah.
and then it pops up 3 times for everyone.
Now I go after the damn robot.
Chandala gets to act first, I suppose.
Woo! Alright,
The exclamations of Rofor or something.
moves here, sees the Gearsman there, and has she seen these creatures in Starfall, perhaps?
Oh yes. Oh
Alright.
yes, she has.
She will curse loudly. It says 7 hells, Gearsman! And then she will get her rifle up to shoot. Is it safe to say that she would consider this being part of the Technic League? For her trait to kick in?
I would
think
say
anyone
no.
else-
I would say no, because the Gearsmen are not agents of the Technic League. They might be considered part of the Technic League by the Technic League itself, but that is a very much debated fact.
But would I know it? Because I'm driven by a hatred for things that have to do with the Technic League. That's my point. Like, I don't know the politics. I just know Gearsman Technic League.
Let's see. Can you tell me exactly what your trait says, if you want to argue?
Let's see here. Spellcasters of the Technic League who hold the real power, while their influence is certainly strongest in the capital of Starfall, it can be felt all, even here in Torch. The League takes significant cut of town's income, blah 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 blah. You have a grudge against the League. That's basically it says. Just says I have an incredible grudge against the League and their associates.
What does the specific mechanical benefit say? You get a
Choose
so-and-so
either
bonus
weapons.
against.
Choose either weapons or spells. If you choose weapons, you get a +2 trait bonus on all damage rolls made against targets you know are associated with the Technic League.
Okay, that's pretty definitive. So yes.
Okay. In that case, +2 damage. Woo. Yeah, she will. This is a. She looks very angry at this as she spits this out, and she takes him and Wow, that's like is that the 4th time?
It's
Is this
the
the-
third one that you've rolled.
Holy crap!
You're
Well,
really not.
I'm not doing it tonight. Sorry. It jams again, and she curses very loudly and very harshly as she.
It's your time to shine.
Saren.
Well, let's see here. I do think that Zarin will be prudent as he proceeds in. That's 10 of my 30 feet movement. If you could reveal a bit more so I know exactly where to put myself. Thank you, God.
Like how it's obscuring the.
Let me go ahead and position myself to make sure that this is legal. Nope, that's not legal. This is legal. All right. Put myself in a legal position. I've already cast lead blades on my greatsword before this combat. Let's see whether I can do anything of merit here. I'm gonna say that's a no to merit.
Yes, you do not manage to penetrate the thick armor of this humanoid robot at all.
All right. Oh, Zarin's gone ahead and sacrificed himself, fucking moving up here to full attack. Zarin ends his turn with mild regret.
The creature will turn towards Zarin and, in a Drothan, which I believe Zarin can understand,
Yes.
will say the following in a shrill metallic voice. Intrusion detected. Initiating Purge Protocol 11321. Please stand down and submit, intruders. Purge Protocol 11321 demands compliance per Core Divinity Directive. As it will attack you, both wielding a mace-like thing in its left hand, as well as slamming you with its right.
Okay. That's not at all concerning. Divinity Protocol, huh? The time-worn neural inhibitor does hit.
That would then be a fortitude save, please.
Okay, I can go ahead and give you yonder fortitude save.
That is a success.
Okay. I don't suppose my resistance to electricity does anything for me here, does it?
Let me double check because I am almost certain it does.
Okay.
No,
Neat.
I don't mean German. I mean Gearsman.
ESOD German entry.
SRD for Germany. Oh.
You would take. Let's see, this is not correct. You would take 5 points less damage, since a lot of the mace-like, of the punch behind the mace-like weapon it is wielding does seem to come from an electric shock.
Okay. Well, then, as sparks go flying, like throughout the room from Zarin's body, Zarin will shake a little bit and call back a warning that the creature is very shocking.
Kenrick.
Let's see. Now I know all about Gearsman.
You do. That is very true.
You do?
Seen plenty of Gearsman in my day.
Chandra looks at him. You do?
Well, I'm
Let's
from
check on Adam.
I'm from Starfall,
Oh.
kind of around there. Oh yeah, I've moved down here, and yeah, I think we need the big hitters here. Actually, with my previous knowledge about these things, do I know if my sleep spell would work on them, like the HD department?
Roll me a knowledge engineering. You have no clue.
Damn it.